Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a frightful couple in love that loves some Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, it's scary.
Yeah, some scary time. We're back to the interviews with J-Gems, that series. And so we're checking out the newest one, Cassidy, an interview with Cassidy. If you want all of our Five Nights at Freddy's reactions, go ahead and check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you, as well as links to our Patreon, get early ad-free access to videos like this. All right, so are you ready?
I don't know.
I know.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
April 7th, 1984. Does that date sound familiar to you, Mr. Afton?
What the hell is this?
This date was very important to me. I'm not surprised you don't remember. Why would you?
Where am I?
But this date does invoke something inside of you. Yes. A joy. But also sadness. It is eating at you. It has been since then. You cannot escape it. You cannot run from it, despite what you tell yourself.
What do you want from me?
You are hurting, Mr. Afton. You're an open wound. And I am here to make you bleed.
Okay.
Nice. Throughout the 80s, countless children were murdered at Fazbear's Diner, leaving their spirits to roam the halls of the establishment. The man responsible for the killings was terrorized by these spirits, driving him to hide in one of the animatronic suits. A malfunction in the suit caused the man to become crushed by the spring locks, inevitably killing him. The building was later abandoned, leaving anybody inside trapped. Fazbear's Diner, deep storage, 30 years and counting.
What did you do? If only you had listened to what I said. And if only you hadn't been such a mindless, stupid fucking idiot, none of this would have happened.
Oh!
Why did you do it? Why didn't you just listen to me? Why didn't anybody listen to me? They called me deranged. They said I was a madman. Well, it would seem that this madman has beaten death.
coming. Oh! It's above you. No screams?
Care to do the honors?
He's not here.
You're absurd.
They can't handle strobe lights?
I guess not. Will it stop something from like phasing in and out or something?
Hey, Bonnie.
Yeah?
So, this is kind of random, but I have a question.
Go on.
So, you know how we had that party back in 1985? The one with the really big cake?
Oh, aye.
Well, it got me thinking. How old are we? Like, do we just stop where we died, or do we keep counting?
I don't know, Chica.
Jeez, wait. That would make me like 30 or something.
Well, that would make me around 40 then, wouldn't it?
You old man. You're gonna die tomorrow, mate.
Hey, don't jinx it.
Hey, what's up with Lifty? She's been more somber than usual.
Cut her some slack. She hasn't said a word since that whole kerfuddle back at the warehouse.
Are you worried about the others? I don't just mean the younger ones, like Freddy and Foxy and all that. Goldie, he seemed pretty pissed. I just want to make Afton pay.
Look, I can't see this ending pleasantly for any of us. We just gotta stick to the plan, get Afton, and finish what we tried to do. He'll get what's coming through.
Hopefully.
What goes around, comes around.
We're here.
Oh. Over there.
December 15th, Gabriel, July 26th, 7th, 1984. I will ask you again. Does this date sound familiar? This is the date where you took your first victim. This is where it all started. This is my death date. Remember it, Mr. Afton.
What do you want from me? An apology? Like that's gonna undo any of the damage I've done. It won't bring back your old life if that's what you want.
That is no longer.
And he's
what
not
I
sorry.
want.
And what do you want then?
I want you to suffer. I want you to experience a fraction of the pain I've been through. You don't know suffering.
You don't think I know suffering? I was locked in the same room for 30 goddamn years.
That is not what I am referring to. You think you can somehow run from your past by choosing to ignore it. You've had quite the life, Mr. Afton. Let's recap, shall we? You were also responsible for the death of your wife.
I had good reason for it.
Yes, the reason. Elizabeth.
Don't you dare say that name.
You were responsible for her death too. Killed by the hand, or perhaps claw, of your own machine.
What are you doing?
I'm merely reminding you of your sins. In case you forgot.
Stop this.
Your son, Evan. Killed by yet another one of your creations.
Stop it.
All units, stand by. Keep the SS6 secure. We can't risk contact on the inside.
Yeah, it's me again. No murder. Come on, guys. I'm not in the mood. Alright, if you insist. You owe me one. Huh? Now you owe me two.
Stay out of this.
Consider your ghostly ass rescued. Now what do you say?
We were doing just fine without you. Thank you very much.
No, you weren't.
We have something that needs to be dealt with, so if you wouldn't mind.
Okay, calm your horses. Who are you trying to impress with your oh so serious attitude?
Our interests no longer align. Cassidy needs Afton for reasons you aren't willing to understand. And we aren't about to allow some military con artist prevent her from doing what must be done.
Alright, fair enough. It looks like we have our differences. But at the end of the day, we both hate this, GI jackass. So we'd like to help.
You're helping us.
Call it a ceasefire.
Guys, we think we're under attack.
Yeah, mate, we were thinking the same thing.
Oh, they really want to scrap now? They really want a piece of this?
The Major should be in the last vehicle. I'll open the doors and you grab him.
All he doesn't need is AA batteries.
I've been waiting all night for this. Let's do it.
We mustn't let him enter the premises. Cassidy needs her time with Afton.
Oh boy, you guys, always resorting to violence.
Bonnie, we know you're not one to put up a fight. But don't worry, we'll be your left-hand man. Got him.
Oh, very funny and odd. I'll give you points for originality. Oh, actually, no, I won't.
Frank, get the phones.
Crap.
Hey, look who it is!
He's not here either.
Wait, who's not here?
Where is the one you call Major?
Tell me this, where the hell is the one you call Springtrap?
Now, how do you feel, Afton? You are reliving your worst experiences, your nightmares, your hell, over and over and over again. You should know that this is simply a taste of your future experiences. It is my responsibility to ensure that the feelings you experience now shall prevail for the next many millennia. Or at least, until our star burns out. We shall see what happens then.
You can't break me.
But of course, one cannot break what has already been broken. Interesting. I was under the impression you had lost anything remotely resembling empathy or remorse. But for a moment, I saw sorrow. Fleeting, but noticeable.
I'm going to kill you, like I killed the rest of them.
That would be entertaining, I suppose. And fortunately for you, you have all the time in the world to plan this theoretical action.
She has the Force.
I know.
But I believe it is safe to assume that no force on this earth can match the power I possess.
Hello again, Afton. We have unfinished business we need to discuss. Please, come with me.
Okay.
Oh my god.
How'd you know that would work?
Electrical current stun them. They may be undead, but they're still just nuts and bolts. Say, detective, maybe you should stay behind. Keep the rest of them in line. You can leave Afton to me.
What's the matter? Some of them getting on your nerves.
No, I just need you here. Thanks.
Alright, roger that, I guess.
and get away.
Major is taking care of it.
Wait a minute. You didn't get laid off, did you?
What? No, I didn't get laid off.
Then why did he leave you behind?
He just needs me here, making sure ones like you aren't killing our entire troop.
I don't want to hear it.
Has it ever hit you to think why he needs Afton so urgently?
The entire point of this operation was to learn how you work, for the benefit of our industry. Heck, every industry. The entire world. You're freaking immortal. Who doesn't want a taste of that?
Okay, yeah, everyone's always saying that until they're the ones that are unkillable. Trust me, it's not as good as they make it sound.
Major's a stubborn man. Try telling him that.
Oh my god, how stupid are you? Open your eyes, you moron. He used you to get to us because we refused to talk to him.
Wait, what?
You're the investigator here, aren't you, detective? You understand us. We trust you to trust us, and we need your help. Trust is a strong word. He did just ruin a perfectly good plan by sending away our only leverage again.
I can't believe this.
What do you think they're talking about?
I don't know, but it doesn't sound good.
Hey, any updates on what happened with Lefty and Goldie? Are they, like, good now or something?
No, wait, dude. Last time I checked, she was unleashing hell on everyone. Why do you ask?
Look.
You gotta remove it. Yeah.
Stop meddling with what you don't understand. You have nothing to gain and everything to lose.
It's a cool trick.
So, what exactly will happen to Afton now?
Well, knowing Major, he's gonna run all kinds of experiments on Afton at HQ. Until he gets what he wants.
Headquarters.
Which could take weeks, months, even years. To be honest, I don't know when he'll be satisfied. I'm sorry.
Oh, beautiful. And now he's probably taken him to some undisclosed off-grid facility. And we have no idea where this is or how to get there.
I wouldn't say that.
Hey. Convenient.
Mm-hmm. So he's totally not on our side.
Yeah. Well, he's just naive. That's the problem. Too trusting.
Where are you taking
General.
me? Answer me.
The undisclosed off-grid facility you were talking about.
It sure is off the grid.
Seriously though, how are we getting in? There's no way we could just force our way in. It seems to me like the only way in is the front door. And correct me if I'm wrong, you got sacked, and Bonnie and I don't exactly look like we'd be clocking in for a night shift.
Listen. I'll go in. But I need one of their uniforms. I can't just waddle in there as the now infamous detective.
I think that guy's my favorite.
Say no more. I'll
Energy
do it
level.
once, I can do it again.
Actually, now that I think about it. Enna, you're coming with me. I'm gonna need someone to fry the cameras as I infiltrate. And I assume you're one with the wires?
I can't believe you would say that about us. Of course we'll help you.
Alright, let's go catch ourselves a spring trap.
Alright, is everyone okay?
Yeah, we're in. I think I'm getting the hang of it.
They really couldn't have made these vents a little wider.
I thought you're supposed to be good at that stuff.
And I thought the lookout was supposed to be armed.
Be quiet, you guys. We need to focus. We can't be here for very long. I may have a disguise, but if I'm caught trying to bust after now, it's over. Hey,
neutralizing my electromagnetic multi-system wipeout.
Handy dandy.
It's still on. What? I literally just... oh, wait. Yeah, we're cool. Hey, so you do know which room he's in, right? Or am I just systematically disabling cameras in front of you?
I put the tracker on the van, not Afton. But it shouldn't be too hard to find him ourselves. We just need to keep looking. Hey, Enoch. Hold tight for a sec. I'm gonna check something out.
It's a helpful sign. Blueprints in here. So you can find out where we keep everybody. How is it restricted if it's just like in a filing cabinet?
Because they put a sign on there telling you not to open it.
Don't open this drawer. There's a lot of cool shit in it that we don't want you to see.
Like they might as well just put classified on there.
Yeah.
Or top secret clearance. Like, who's not gonna want to look at that?
Grenade launcher. Oh, sweet. They're turning him into a weapon. Cool.
Oh no, to be continued, but I want to know what happens next.
Yep. All right, so so Ennard is my favorite one. I like his personality the best. It's tough keeping track of all of them. I mean, I know we've like gone through it a couple times, but like which one, like the Lefty and Bonnie and Chica and but this was cool. I enjoyed it. What'd you think?
I enjoyed it overall, but I was just totally fascinated by the Cassidy and Afton scenes and sort of like just Cassidy's composure, talking about something that's, the death day. So obviously something deeply personal.
Yeah.
And confronting the person who did it, and his laugh just like gets under your skin. So I was like, as an audience member, I'm here going like, oh, I don't know how Cassidy is staying in the same room as this person and like having the cool composure to do this interview. Because I'm sitting here and I'm getting all the like heebie-jeebies and stuff from Afton.
Yeah, and like Afton does seem like someone that is just like incapable. I mean, Cassidy kind of said of it, like she thought that he was incapable of any sort of like remorse or sadness. She said she saw a glimmer of it, but I don't know. I think that it's tough to see anything would kind of like work on him. As far as what the plan is, like it seemed like they want to turn Springtrap into a weapon. But I'm wondering if they're trying to figure out a way to like put a different soul into that body. Like removing Afton and putting someone else in there, like a soldier in there, and then like outfitting it as a weapon. So then you just basically have an immortal army. Would be great. Except first I was like, well, maybe the general or whatever is trying to put himself in to the suit because he's obsessed with immortality. But it'd almost be better to like, I don't know, I build myself a better suit than that or something. I wouldn't like, I wouldn't want to live forever as Springtrap. Like the fact that they talked about everyone wants to be immortal until like you actually are and have to deal with the consequences of that immortality. Because it's like, people are always searching for ways to get, hang on to the youth and get younger and stay like worrying about their legacies and living on forever. But no, that's just not something that interests me.
Going kind of back to what you said about Cassidy and Afton and seeing the remorse, like I agreed with Cassidy, like you saw a moment of sorrow, but it was almost like then he went into his cackle laughter as like
a fake out.
Or like that's like the defense mechanism, like he like split personality element of him where like there is a shred of a human being left in him, but like the psychopath that he's become kind of suppresses that in sort of that like I'm going to laugh off your pain kind of way.
And sort of like almost like a multiple personality sort of disorder, like someone else like sort of takes over in that sense, and you know, the other character kind of goes away. Maybe not like as defined as a multiple personality disorder would be, where it's like two distinct personalities in different people, but like it is kind of sort of that vibe. Yeah, I could see that. It looked really great, so great job with the animation in this one by J Gems, and the story's cool. I'm glad he put the text in there, because at first when they had like their little like Radiocom things, like it was tough to understand, but then when you put the you know, the subtitles in there, the captions, that was helpful.
Yeah. And then I'm also just thinking about what you said about living forever. Yeah, it does sound a lot better than it would be. I mean, you watch all your loved ones die.
Yeah.
And then inevitably, I mean, this is billions of years into the future, but like this planet is not going to be around forever. There is a time clock on it when our star is going to explode. So like,
yeah,
I would prefer to be dead before then. Like, I don't want to be an immortal being who like gets launched out into space and just floats endlessly in space in nothingness forever. So, you know, even if you go for the ultimate, like, it's fine. Even the planet can blow up and you're immortal, so you're still going to survive it. It's not all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it also depends like when you're like immortal forever. Like if you just keep like live on forever, but like you keep like experiencing like, you know, old age, and then like, you know, pains and joints and not being able to do as much, you know, but like still living on forever, like that would kind of suck. If you were like, I don't know, 26 forever, like, yeah, sure.
Wasn't that why all the vampires get bitten when they're young and sexy?
Yeah, well, then if you got bit when you were, you know, in Interview with a Vampire, Kirsten Dunst's character got bit as a kid.
Yeah, that would suck.
That would suck.
Yeah.
So there is a sweet spot when you want to have the immortality, but then even then, like if you're a vampire and you can't ever see the sunrise again, and you know, that would not be cool. So there's always like, you know, there's always the trade-off for the immortality. But if you could just be more like at like, you know, whatever certain age you want to be, like even then I don't think I'd want to, because like you said, like, you know, you watch your loved one dies, even keep all your loved ones. I don't know. I feel like after a while you do everything that you could in life, and you know, then you get bored.
Well, and humanity
Maybe
just
you need
keeps
3 lifetimes.
So often repeating itself. Like we talk about how history repeats itself over and over again. So like if you were living throughout history all the time and just watching humanity, sorry, but fuck up constantly, it's not so much fun necessarily to live through all that.
Sure. Y'all let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want more of our Five Nights at Freddy's reactions, check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for an interview with Cassidy by J Gems for Five Nights at Freddy's. But just keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.